That was his way of frightening me. He would run and get his gun, you know. And I would back down, and then he has gotten a gun at me so many times. When he didn't threaten me with the gun, I would get knocked around, kicked, pushed. He pushed me down the stairs, and I caught a hold of the banister and broke my finger. Went to work and lied. And see, I was hit behind the step and clutched, and I fell and broke my finger. He had gone to work with black eyes and said, "You know what? I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep running into the wall." How it all came to head, I was in the hospital, and my daughter brought me home from the hospital. And to my surprise, when I opened the door, it was a big surprise. There, my husband and a woman was on the living room floor, nude. And my daughter was outside because I had stuff that people had given me, plants and stuff, and she bring them in the house. So when she entered the home, there he was, and I thought that he was ashamed that he was going to run upstairs and hide himself. The woman, I don't know what happened to her. To this day, I don't know. She swooped off the face of the earth. And when he came down, downstairs, he had a gun and threatened to shoot my daughter. Why, I don't know, because of the embarrassment or what. So I stood between he and my daughter. And by the grace of God, I don't know how I did it, I took the gun from him and I threw it. And he proceeded to go upstairs. I thought he was going up there, you know, cool off. He came back. This time he had a shotgun. So I left and we called the police. And he was arrested.
He was always on the attack, whether it be verbally or physically. And there's many a time where I had to block her punches with my arms. And, or grab whatever she's going to hit me with out of self-defense. So one day I was standing in a doorway and she passed by and I wasn't watching her hands and she had a butcher knife in her hand and she stabbed me in the chest with the butcher knife. Because I had several layers of clothing on, it protected me a great deal, but I still had to go to the hospital. We would be in a car talking, and she would take her fist and swing over and right across my eyes with glasses on, sunglasses on, and I had deep lacerations in my eye. And we went to the hospital for that, and I was treated for that. She went through my address book, and she started taking numbers down of all of my relatives, including my daughter. Eventually, she alienated not only my daughter, but all of my relatives. I have a strong belief in God. And when I take an oath before God, I take that very seriously, and there's nobody on earth can make me break it. The only way you can break an oath with God is when he tells you in certain ways that, okay, I'll release you from this oath. She would tell me, it would constantly remind me of my responsibility is that I took an oath and that I was obligated to God in order to take care of her. The longer we were married, the more she would have another arc and a web placed on it. the more she would find an excuse or an experience to indicate to me that my presence is needed there, period. And the more she grew to depend upon me, I felt more and more obligated to stay there, to take care of her, and to take her to a store just to get food, to make sure that she eats. Those are the strings of the whip that I'm telling you about. The culmination of it was when this Friday morning at 5:30 in the morning, when she walked in the bedroom with two butcher knives. She had been drinking the previous day and all through the night. And I was in the bedroom getting undressed to lay down because I finally talked her into going to lay down in the bed. And she walks in the bedroom and she had these two butcher knives in her hand. And she walked on the other side of the bed and she said, "You see these? I'm going to put one of these in your back before you get up in the morning." And she was looking at me in the eye, and she had that star in her eye that I knew from her look. I saw it before, that she meant what she said, and she's going to do what she means to do. So from that, I got dressed, and I got on my cell phone. I went outside, got on my cell phone, and I called the police, and I told them what happened. And they came out, and she was denying everything. They picked up her pillow, and they saw the two knives there that I explained to them that she had. And so they charged her, and I made charges against her for it.